Hey guys, back at it. This is day 259 and 260 in my 1 year daily diary challenge. This challenge was prompted after a meditation session, and that meditation session prompted me to do a 100-day challenge, which I completed and then wanted to continue to do the full year and just kind of continue to track my progress. And it's really done a lot more than that for me. So it's helped work on my authenticity. It's helped work on my throat chakra, my voice. It's helped work on just being like open and honest, and help with communication, help with, memory, how like all kinds of little things in between the lines here. It's not just me trying to get out there and be famous, because I'm not doing that. I am here. It's 100% real, raw, authentic, uncut, unedited. My daily diary post just, recorded and published. And this is for 1 year, and it's just going to track my progress of when I started to work on myself deeper, and when I actually get to Florida and move there, and, just all of the stuff that's happened in between. So really exciting. Thank you for being here, for listening in. Let's get to these days. So we are going to day 259 is a Tuesday, and today it's a normal week, but for this week, it's been just a struggle to get out of bed. Everything just feels like slower. I feel like crustier and harder to move, especially this morning. So Tuesday morning, I got up and I felt like, oh my gosh, my back pulled out. It's just like feels really hard like a rock, and just in pain, and I can't bend, and I can't straighten, and it was so painful. So I immediately threw on some BioFreeze, and I got myself in the mode of getting the kids to school. So my daughter to school first, then my son to school. And I just continue to do work on my back to make it feel better. So like heat and ice, and I had planned to go to my friend Ben's yoga class, so I kind of got my stuff together for that, just because I wasn't sure how I was going to feel throughout the day. And I met up with him at this, gym that he teaches yoga at. I was able to pop into the sauna for a little bit before the class, and the class was really lovely, and it did not hurt my back or stress it out at all, so that was great. Once I finished the class, however, popped back into the car, got home, got into the sauna at home, and got in the shower and did some more things to get in the mode of being ready to pick up my daughter from Carline and go to the chiropractor. So I sat on the sofa with a heating pad after I got all of that stuff done. And I still, within this time frame, I haven't picked up my kettlebells because my back was sore, and doing the vibration plate therapy and acupressure grounding mat. Those are still things that I do every day, all the time. I was trying to, with doing the yoga, it definitely stretched me out a little bit. And so it's just feeling really sore and like dense, if that makes sense. So hung out at home with a heating pad, kind of relaxed a little bit, and got in the car to go pick up my daughter from school from Carline. I got there really, really early, and I have just been like trying to reach out to anybody who crosses my mind. So my sister in California crossed my mind, and I just briefly touched base with her via text. And we plan to, have a phone conversation later. And then I got in touch with a friend of mine who was going to help with my espresso machine. And we planned for Wednesday. And so it's like Wednesday is going to be my busy day again, with lots of things kind of packed in there. But the rest of Tuesday, I picked up my daughter. We were early for our appointment. So we went to Trader Joe's first and picked up some snacks and some food for her for the rest of the week. She likes to get grab and go meals. And then we hopped back in the car and went home and unloaded all the stuff. And my son came home from school and we went to the chiropractor and got our adjustments. And I told him about my back and he did some extra work there. So after the chiropractor, we came home and we, got some dinner going, which I had a large Caesar salad from Costco that I totally forgot I had. And everybody loved that. So next time I'll get maybe 2 because it was really everybody loved it. So watched some of our show that we're watching, my daughter and I, and just, had that heating pad, had the, the lotions and the BioFreeze and all the stuff to help reduce the pain because I am not a pain medication person at all. I do not like medications. Medications are great when they're super needed, but I would rather my body deal with things naturally and just learn how to help it. Because I'm definitely pro my body knows what it needs when it's sick and hurting, and I can aid in its recovery, but I don't want to do too many things that are over supportive so that my body stops working and doing the things it needs to fix itself. So medication is the last resort for me for things like that. But yeah, so we ended the night pretty normal time, 10:30, 11 o'clock, and got up to bed and everybody went to sleep. The next morning, Wednesday's usually the day I go see my grandmother. So I got my kids up, got myself up, still a little sore and kind of achy. Did my acupressure grounding vibration, got my daughter to school, got my son up and ready for school. And I haven't been able to walk him to the front door because, it's just super sore. And so I've been dropping him off in Carline, and that's been okay. It's been different. So once I dropped him off, I went home and I did, the rest of my routine where I'm just stretching and trying to help my back feel better. In the sauna, in the shower, got myself dressed and ready, in the car to go see my grandmother. And my friend who's coming for the espresso machine is coming at 4:30, and so I'm gonna leave my grandma's at 3:30 to get back home at 4:30. Then my Florida crush guy, we have a FaceTime date, and we're gonna push that to 5:30, 6 o'clock, just so I have enough time to get the repairs done. And everything is just kind of fitting exactly in the day, and I don't have any extra time. So I went to my grandmother's, helped her clear one corner of her closet. And I didn't feel the need to tell her that my back was hurting, and I was just going to help her do what she needed because her back was pulled and she was hurting. So I helped with her chickens. I did some other things outside. I helped make dinner or lunch, and helped with clean out of the closet and moving some other stuff around. So we sat down and we had conversations and we had food and we did, some work. I haven't brought up anything about the house or moving to Florida. I just don't think it's necessary. And also, I forgot to mention that Tuesday when I was doing yoga with my friend Ben, I felt in that moment of some of the poses and releasing just a lot of emotions and releasing this past experience of me in this situation and the family trauma or, my childhood trauma, that I am no longer a victim, that I do not need to hold on to it. I do not need to be a victim of what happened and carry that with me anymore, that I'm going to let it go. And I am now in control, and I am in power of my own voice. I am in power of my throat chakra. I am in power of my relationships. So I no longer need to hold on to all of those past traumas. Even though I'm now aware of them, I can say, oh, wow, this happened to me and that caused this to happen, and I grew up and held on to it for so long, but now I'm going to release it because it no longer serves me and I no longer believe it or believe in it, and I am completely different and in control of, my voice and my relationships. So it has been a really interesting shift and change for me, just realizing all of that. So yes, like I was saying, we didn't really talk about anything about the house or about Florida or about whatever moving situation. We just had a nice time connecting, and then I had to pop in the car at 3:30, and there was a ton of traffic, like more traffic than I'm used to. On the way home, there was an accident. It was just like, it felt like things were working against me because I was trying to get home at a specific time. So my friend got to the house earlier than me, and I got here after, and, got in. My daughter was still here. She hadn't gone to her dad's yet. And my friend was here fixing the machine. We were having conversations, connecting. He showed me how to fix the problem, and I will get the tools I need so I can do it next time. And that'll just be one more thing I can add to my toolbox and arsenal of, my fix-it skills. But yeah, it was a really good time connecting, and I said goodbye to my daughter. She went to go see her dad, and then I got on my FaceTime date chat with my Florida crush guy, and we hung out on the phone for, it's usually like 2 hours that we hang out and talk and stuff, and it was really great connecting. And after that, we wrapped it up, and the kids were going to come back, when their dad dropped them off. So I just sat with a heating pad and some food and snacks and just did some more self-care, put some lotion on, and just, trying to sit in this rest and recovery phase that I'm in, just, giving myself grace, and then continuing to remember, because this has come up a couple of times over the last 2 days that, like I said about the trauma that it was brought to my awareness, this trauma. And I was able to speak it out loud to somebody and share, like, this is what happened to me, but I don't have to let that define me, because I am now in control of, my perspective. I am now able to release what happened to me, and that I was a victim. Now I am not. And so it was like really great to be able to vocalize that shift, because I knew that shift in me, especially on Tuesday when I called my power back and I released that victim mindset. And then released all of the anger and the resentment and the feelings that I had inside that were feeling so icky to me. Those icky feelings were there because I was holding on to being a victim, and something happening to me. And now I can release it and say, no, I'm in control of what I do now, and I am no longer a victim. I am in charge of my relationships and my voice, and I get to decide, the perspective I have, and I can't change the perspective of other people, but I can definitely control, and be authentic and vocalize what I feel and think and all of that. So it's been a really great shift over the last 2 days, just expressing out loud what happened and being able to recognize what mindset I was holding on to, and that I needed to just dig it out and release it. And then now moving forward, the relationship with my mom is going to be different. I don't know how that's going to look or work or feel like, because I'm used to holding on to all the stuff that was there from before. And yeah, so dynamics are shifting, relationships are changing. I am just going to continue to release. I've also, because of all of this release, been able to have things come in where people are asking, for consultations for like different, like, hey, I'm starting this kind of shop. I need some recommendations for people to get in touch with, or, I'm just having more things come in, and also a reframe of mind as far as abundance and wealth and sharing that wealth, where I was like, I want to be rich. I want to have a lot of money so that I can share with people my abundance. But I have abundance in so many other ways that I can share that too. So then I've been reframing my perspective of abundance and sharing that abundance. So that's been cool. I am just moving with the flow, enjoying the process, and that. So my kids came home from their dad's house and we just hung out. My son has been wanting to watch a movie with me pretty much every night. And so we picked this new movie. It was called Flow. It was like an animated film that was made in 2024 that was like Academy Award winning. No words, just animals, noises, music, and it was like an hour and a half long, and I totally fell asleep during the movie. But the kids watched it, and then we went to bed after that. So I am really looking forward to when this space and season, and because the whole entire week I've just been feeling really, really heavily tired in the evening and in the morning. And so I'm ready for that shift to happen where I'm not feeling as tired and I'm feeling more energized and like ready to, take on the whole day and just like, kick butt. But I'm living in grace with myself as like, okay, this is what I need right now in this space and time. So just continuing to take care of my back, take care of, myself, and move through all of this emotional processing that's going on. So, yes, so that's like the last 2 days, and I'm trying to do some combo episodes just to catch up because we're like about 10 days behind, and I really only like to be like 5 days behind. But like I said, I'm having grace with myself and moving through the process and not beating myself up if, I don't post every night, and not beating myself up if I don't record every day. So I love you guys and thank you so much for supporting me in this, for subscribing, sharing, liking, commenting, all of the things or none of the things. It definitely brings me joy when I get to see special comments and new subscribers and all of that. So I thank you guys so much, and I hope you have an amazingly wonderful, fabulously awesome day, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.